Well, hello, back again. Hi guys, welcome back to the cave. This is Creativity Incorporated, and today we're gonna put a squeeze on them. Just kidding. We're gonna do a journal with lemons. I have been wanting to do a journal with lemons or about lemons or with the theme of lemons for a long time because I love lemons. I love yellow. Yellow's my favorite color. And so to start off, I'm gonna get a book, and I bought these lemons. I think I got these at, I think because the one's different than the other one, I think I got one, I don't know if it was at the 99-cent store or a yard sale. And then this one I think I got at Hobby Lobby. It's a little nicer, but it's bigger. And I actually like this texture better, but the quality feels different on this one. And look, I painted a lemon. Anyways, I got this little trash, and I got this other trash right here. They are a cardboard, but not just any cardboard. You see the thickness? It's a double wall. It's called double walled cardboard. So it usually a cardboard is just from here to here, and this is double walled. So that's kind of what I wanted to do in this project. And this one, since it's two of them stuck together, is 4 walls. So I like this, and I might use that, but since it's 2 sheets, you can just glue them together. I just want little strips, and you guys will see right now why. But I can also do that with this. So I'm gonna just try to work with this first because it's easier to work with first, and then I'll show you guys what we're gonna do next. Okay, so I finished cutting it. Fun fact, look what's inside of them. Like a little, I thought it was a metal at first when I was cutting it, but it's a concrete little thing, because I guess otherwise it wouldn't weigh nothing. And so they put a little weight on it. So, but now it gives me this problem, so I'm gonna have to find a way to fill that out. And then I want to paint lemon on it. Maybe I'll do like this. Something like this. We'll see right now. So once it's kind of dried, I'm just gonna get a kind of thin coat of this creamy yellow. Look. And I might change it to white. I'm not too sure, but just kind of bear with me. We'll see right now. Well, the point is to play with them, right? Okay guys, so I've coated it with, well, you guys saw the light coat of glue and sawdust. Now I started painting a lemon, and I think this is where I'm gonna stop, because I think I could like add and take away whatever, add the white. Anyway, so I made the lemon, then I added a coat of silicone, sort of like an epoxy or acrylic pour or whatever. Right there, you see that? Now, after I've done that layer, so I painted the lemon, right? And then after the layer of glue, I've added, I don't know if you can see, the paint is different sheen. So I've added a little bit more of the whiteness, just so it looks like dimensional. I told my son, I said, Papa, does it either look dimensional or dimensional? He started laughing, but I mean, it kind of gives you that lemon. I want to put green on it for some reason, but I've seen pictures over and over, and it's just like no green. But for me, I use a lot of limes, but we call them lemons. I don't know, limones. But so I'm gonna put the, oh, also I want to show you, because I want to put them here, and I was thinking about doing a peekaboo kind of effect. I'm going to do this one right here, and I marked it right there. But then I also want to do, I think it's this one. This one, which one goes down? No, this one goes right here. See, I marked it line with line. And then this one goes right here. I just don't want to put it because it has that glue, and I just put it not too long ago. So it kind of goes right here. So, I want to do it mainly because I don't want a large profile in the front. And also, like that, see? It won't be so big. It'll just end up being about, well, this is what, 2 inches? Let me see. Yeah, about 2 inches. Then I'll probably be like 1 and 1.75, 1.25 right here. And then the other half or a quarter is going to be inside. But yeah, this is the, so I put them pretty much where I want them, and I just cut the shape so it sits inside. And I wanted to sit inside a little bit, so I put, sorry, I'm doing the handheld thing, because I don't have a setup. I don't know. I have something in my head, and until I get that, I guess I won't probably be set up right, but it looks something like this. So, right? So that's kind of what we're going for. See? Not so much, but not so little. So, sort of. Sorry you guys hear the dogs playing in the background, but yeah. Anyway, so this is kind of what we're going for. I'm going to finish this, and I'm going to put, you guys want to see? Like so. I don't know if I can do it with one hand. Let's see, let me hold it with the other hand right here, because I'm like right-handed. So what I can do is I can put it in a cup. This is my tea. Stop, dogs. And then I can just do this. And what I do is I just go around in a circle like this. Trying to record and trying to do this at the same time. It's kind of like crazy. But if you guys get the drift, sort of like this. And okay. Let's see. Then I'll tap it. So that goes in the corner. What I did on the other one, I just pulled it to the edges. So I go like that. Then I wipe it clean. Now, I hit that I did, oh sorry, I hit that I did with the glue, or with the paint. I brought in the paint in the thickness, it gives me that thickness. Then I did a coat of white all around. And then I just painted triangles with brown, like light brown first. This one right here. And then, so that can be like, kind of like the base. Then I did yellow, and then a lighter yellow, and then my highlights in white. And like kind of off-white. Then I'm going to do another, like highlights at the end. But yeah, sort of like this. You just kind of go around and bring the acrylic to the edge. As it dries, all that texture is gonna go away, and if you keep on tapping it, kind of like that concrete, that self-leveling concrete, kind of like that a little bit. But you gotta do, well, my glue does it. I don't know how others glue it. You know, I guess you just gotta get to know your glue and how much you have time to work with it before it dries. Look at the mess I'm doing. Right here, there you go. And see how it's like leveling? Look. It's awesome, right? So I'll just keep on tapping it until it dries, and then I'll just draw, stop it! And then I'll just draw the lines on top of it. Okay guys, so an update. This is how they're dried. I think that air is escaping from maybe the wood or the glue under, and it bubbled and it created this, like, you see it? So I'm just gonna scrape it off and put a sticker on it. Okay, so very quick update. I was I wasn't completely sold on the idea that it was going to be that big. So what I did is I cut a little bit of the midsection like this. Just because I don't want a large profile, you know. And I think I'm okay with this. And you won't, I'm hoping, I don't know. But I'm hoping you won't see that, and I just cover that. And I know you might be wondering, well, how are you going to cover it? You'll see right now. This is going to be like this. But now I think this is a huge profile because I've already done that to this. I cut a midsection on this one. And look, so this just goes to that side. And I was originally thinking of canning this whole lemon juice squeeze thing idea this way, and putting it instead of here on this side, putting it on the back, kind of like looping this way. But then I'm gonna have two lumpy covers, and I was thinking just one lumpy would be enough. So what I did is I cut the midsection off, you see, and this one I didn't do that much. Sorry, the dogs are right next to me. But it still goes through, sort of, you see that? And you can't really see on this one the cut. And I was thinking of doing that with this too. You see how I did my marks right here? Right there. And then this one, you see how that one's larger? But I feel like it's not too large, and this is all right. By the way, I wanted to show you something. I was gonna put a sticker on here, but it takes, for me, it takes away the idea of you know, hand painted. I appreciate it, although it sucks and it's like not good looking. I like the idea that I drew it, or painted it. This is how the glue one was looking, and it was supposed to kind of look this way, and I kind of like it better this way than this way. Stop it. But what I did here is, instead of, because I was having air problems or issues, bubbles, so what I did is I just did the Mod Podge gloss one. I did a few coats of it, and that's what I did. But I feel like I would have liked this better. I mean, it's messy, chaotic, but I feel like, I don't know, can you see? Looks a little bit more like lemony than this. Just looks like yuck. And I decided to start by wrapping the cover, the inside of the book. And so what I'm doing is I'm just using that same paper. I'm going for the effect of being a package of lemons or a box of lemons. And so when you open it, I still want to continue with that effect. So I'm going to go, when I glue it down, I'm going to make sure that it has like wrinkles and it's like packaging. I don't know how else to explain it. So yeah, I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to wrap it in. I want it to look a little bit like chaotic, like packagey, but I also want it to be like clean and organized in a sort of in a way. So but every time I glue, I make sure I wrinkle it and I make it not smooth, because I think that if it was smooth, it'd be more like a bag in my head, like a paper bag, rather than a box. I don't know, that's what I'm going for. And for the holes, I want to bring it out. So I'm cutting it out, and then I'm just gluing that hole in on that outer, going from the inside to the outside. Remember, you won't be able to see it, so the whole point is just to make the holes clean. Okay, so my next step is to make the box. The little crate, kind of where the lemons go in. I cut little strips. I think they're about 1.25 inches of tall. So I want it to cover the rim of the book, or the edge of the book cover. And then I also want it to be seen by both sides. I love the double edge or double layer of the cardboard. So I kind of want it to be seen like as much as possible. Otherwise, if you don't want that from the inside, you could always just put the cardboard on top of it. So, but I think it breaks the illusion, because of the book would come out and show on the other side, if you know what I mean. But then it would probably look like a base. I don't know. In my head, I would like it to be seen, so I'm putting it on the edge outside of the book. Once I have all the edges cut and trimmed. I'm attaching it for the first time probably on my YouTube channel. I'm using this silicone gun. I'm not too fond of it because I always get burned and it frustrates me. And also I like the the fact that you can correct with the cold silicone. I like that. And so anyways, but I borrowed it from my son. My son uses this gun a lot. I'm using a second pair of not pair second strip of what is it called, cardboard, and just so that I can make sure that the cardboard is very straight, so it looks like a, I don't know, I feel like it gives it a little bit more of a box appeal if it's like 100% straight. In an effort to cover my division up, I'm going to glue them with the piece of like what is it called, this craft paper on top of it, so that it doesn't, this doesn't come through on the other side. So I figured that if I cover it, there's no chance of it showing up on top of the other box, and I can just peekaboo the other part of it. So, and it also straightens the inside of it, so from it to coming, peeping up out on the back of the box, on the front, sorry, on the front. So that's how it's gonna look in the inside. Oh my gosh, it's looking so cute. Anyways, then I'm gonna glue the other half on top of it like this. See, so when I do the paper all around it, I don't have to worry about covering the white of the styrofoam or any of the yellow peekaboos or anything. So it just looks like that. After I glue them down, this is probably the easiest part of it all. I have to put a lot of glue down and a lot of paper down, and that's pretty much it. It's kind of fun. All you have to do is grab like strips of paper or pieces of paper and kind of like waddle them up. Waddle, is that the word? Or like wrinkle them up and make them like a little ball and kind of tuck them in so that you don't see the difference in paper. What I do is I'll fold the end in like so you don't see that ripped piece of paper, and so it looks just like another fold of the paper, and it looks like a continuous piece of paper that's like wrapped all around in the lemons. And that's pretty much it. You just go around tucking in, wrinkling, and going around the lemons, and I think that's how you get full coverage on this on the bottom part, and also it'll look more like like a lemon, box lemons where some of the lemon is peeking through. Then on the spine, it's a separate piece of paper, and it's a shorter piece, a shorter side. So when you open the book, that side goes into the box. I guess I'll show it more clearly on the other side, but you guys will see that the bottom and the top strip of cardboard will be outside of that strip. So when the book is open and that spine is moving, that it gives that freedom for the book to open without, like, in a sense, breaking the box, quotation marks. Okay, so for the signatures, I have prepared a couple of things. So I've prepared this like ephemera sheet. I think every month or every book I make, or printables, I try to make one of these. I don't try, it just comes out. I really enjoy them. So this is a tag sheet. It has, let me see, 2 tags, and then it has like little labels and like things like that. That's this, and then I created a few other pages. 1, 2, 3, and I'll make them a little simple, not basic, like, just the drawing itself, so that you can, whoever downloads them can, like, for example, coffee dye the paper, or stamp texture, or letters, or whatever, numbers. And these are a theme. So, my daughter did this. I think it's lemons. I'm gonna think of lemons. I know it looks a little like papayas, but I'm gonna treat them as lemons. So anyway, some of these, oh, wait a minute. Oh, there's more over here. There's more over here. I think I haven't drawn this many in like forever. But it's just, I love lemons. So every sheet has a theme. For example, this is like a label that would come in the like lemon lemon water, another lemons, some lemons, and for example, that's not relevant. Let's see this one. This one is like lemonade, and it has like the ice cream, and then it has a lemonade water, and then it has pastries and a cake, or like lemon cake. It has, well, this one has more lemons, and this one has more lemons. Yep, more lemons. So these are all lemons. So all these pages, I'm gonna try to scan them before I paint them right now, and so that you can do whatever you want with them. So in reality, it's like a stamp, you know, I guess it would be, and you can paint them whatever colors you want. I'm gonna also yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna also include the colored one. So I'm gonna scan the non-painted and the painted one, so that you can paint them and color them however you want, and then also you can do whatever you like. It's more freedom, I guess, if you color them. But if you like how I color them, you can use that, and then you can just add to that. Let's get to coloring. Okay, so these are painted. So I forgot to mention that some of them have like a double-sided. And for the patrons, I'm gonna make these into stickers. So I'll have a sticker sheet for you. See, like this one. And I will also be having all these in 8x10s available. This is like one of those water or wines. Oh, working on my logo. Wine, lemon sparkling, something that my daughter likes to get them, so I just wrote something like that. Anyways, these are the tags, and yeah, let me show you how I'm gonna bind it. Okay, so I have my signatures. I made this other signature out of that same paper, but I made it so it looks like this is what the whole thing was wrapped around, but I made it look like that. So but I also made it into a pocket, so I put one of those tags in here, and then this thing has a little pocket, so I put this in there, and then in here I also made it look like that's a pocket, so there you go. And then I put one of those tags here, and then one here. I think I made a video how I make these. I just like wrinkle a paper, put water and acrylic paint on it, and then just tip. When you do that kind of technique, make sure you waddle it up, dip it in the water with acrylic, and leave it waddled up. If you try to undo that, then you will get rippage. Leave it waddled, and once it's dried, like 2-3 days later, come and check on them, and then they'll be crispy, and then you can just take them off, and look, you get this. Anyway, so I did a bunch of colors, and I had yellow, and I did that on yellow. So the back of that same paper, inside is plain, I guess, and then in the back I made folds, and I made another little pocket, and I put another tag there. So this is one of those signatures as well, and then I have the ones we made, and then I put another label here. So to recap, remember I put this as the spine. Make it so that it goes in here every time. You see how it will go in here when I open it? It will go in there, watch. I know it's like Matt's doing it right there. So when I open it, it will be going in there. So I still get the box effect, but I still have that. Anyway, so there's one, and there's two. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the same twine. Be very simple about it. I think it will add to the aesthetics of the box effect. I want to thank you guys for the opportunity to come, allowing me to come into your homes and sharing my ideas. I know some of them are like pretty out there, and some of them are, I think, okay, but some of them are like this one. I think it's a little crazy, but I like how you guys, give me thumbs up and support me, and being patrons and all your comments, and those things are really encouraging to me. Thank you so much for all that. Like I said, these images will be available on my Patreon. It'll probably be there by the time this video comes out. Also, I'm going to recycle or retire the other images that are there. So all the dinosaurs and the mushrooms and the crystals and all the other drawings that I've done in the Patreons downloadables, they will come down, and they will I will get, we'll start on the new cycle. But I'm thinking by the end of September we'll have new downloadables. So if you're a patron and you haven't downloaded them, make sure you download them. And if you're thinking of becoming a patron, you may want to do that before the end of the month. And so this is how the book came out. I really enjoyed how it came out. It looks. I am gonna tea dye these pages, but I don't want to do that till I scanned it, and then I kind of like the white pages on it. It gives me more freedom. That some of them I may want the tea dye and some of them don't. So I don't know. I'm still thinking about it, but I did get a tree during the time that we did this. I did get a lemon tree, and I got my daughter. I took a picture of my daughter because it's for her. So I am gonna put that picture in this journal. But I'm making here my signature, my maker's label. And I don't know if I've ever shown you how I do it, and I just decided to show you this time. Thank you guys so much for watching this channel. Thank you for watching my videos and commenting. If you consider subscribing to my Patreon, the link will be down below. Till next time, guys, stay safe, stay crafting, and share with me on social media. I am on Instagram and on Facebook, and I also let you guys know when my new videos come up, and pictures of that. Till next time, guys, stay safe. Love you guys. Bye.